After Effects offers a number of options for adding a stroke to your title. To explore these options, create some type in a nice big chunky font, preferably one with sharp edges on the corners. You'll see why this is important later on. Now currently I have no stroke applied. If I bring the stroke color forward and then click it again, I can change the color. Let's make it a red. Obviously a black stroke is not going to show up. When I increase the stroke width, you can see it quickly overwhelms the fill color. This is because the default is to draw the stroke over the fill. There's a menu to the right of the width that controls how fills and strokes are drawn. The default is stroke over fill. But in this menu, we can change this to fill over stroke. However, if you increase the size even more, the stroke of a character will overlap the adjacent fill. For instance, the stroke of the letter K is overlapping the fill of the O, and that goes for all the other characters. So there's another option in this menu that's very useful, and that's all fills over all strokes. When I select this option, now when I increase the stroke width, all the fills will always draw in the foreground. Another option that we'll explore is how lines join at the corners. Let's increase the point size so we can really see what's going on. I think I'll also focus on the K because it has a nice sharp corner right here. Under the Character Panel Options menu, I can change the line join from miter to round. Now you can see that although the fill has a sharp corner, the stroke is rounded. Another option, Line Join Bevel, will give it a chunky bevel edge. Now if you're having trouble seeing any difference with the font that you're using, it may be because the corner is not very sharp. For instance, if I change my font to Poplar, I just type POP, and I'll increase the tracking to open up the characters, you can see that what used to be a sharp corner on our K is now slightly rounded. When I change line join to miter, or line join to round or bevel, there will be no change. So if you're not seeing a difference in the line join options, pick a font with a very sharp edge. Finally, let's reduce this down. I also want to point out that you can turn off the fill completely. Bring the fill forward, click the No Fill color. We'll reduce our stroke width. And now when I turn on the transparency grid, you can see that the fill is transparent. In the next movie, we'll look at creating paragraph type.